Good afternoon, and welcome to the Board of County Commissioners organizational meeting. I'm Rick Van Arsdal, and as Deputy Clerk to the Board, I'll be conducting the selection process for Chairman. Before we begin, I believe Commissioner Kemp has something she'd like to say.
Good afternoon. As Vice Chair of the Commission, I have the honor of presenting a thank you to our Chair, Commissioner Miller, for the past year. So won't you please come join me at the podium? You know? Being Chair of the Commission is a lot of work, and I know that you keep us all on schedule, and I know that that's really important to you, so I intend to make this short so we can move this along. And I know there are those of us, I don't know who to talk about, who is keeping the meetings extra long, but you've always been there to make sure that we move them along quickly. And so we'd like to present this gift to you as a thank you for your year as board chair. Would you like to open it? I'll just have to say that I got one of the finest consultants in town to pick this out.
Oh.
Our cufflink consultant, Councilman Maniscalco,
Okay.
who went at length when I called him up to tell me that he had really noticed your cufflink wardrobe, as well as your pins, as well as other accessories and jewelry that you wear, and picked these out as being the perfect pair for you. So, so thank you so much. And
Thank you, everyone. I appreciate it very, very much. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Before we start, remember your vote and page buttons are not operational. All voting will be by show of hands. Also, let me briefly review the process. I'll open the floor for nominations. No seconds are required. I'll continue to ask for nominations until no further nominations are received. At that time, I'll close the floor for a vote for each nomination in the order in which they were nominated. The first nominee to receive a majority vote will become the new chair. Upon the selection of the chair, he or she will take this seat and conduct the nomination process for vice chair and chaplain. Are there any questions? All right, I'll open the floor for nominations.
I'd like to be recognized to nominate Commissioner Miller for his second year as chair.
Okay, we have a nomination for Commissioner Miller. Are there any others? Commissioner Smith?
Yes, thank you. And Commissioner Miller has been a wonderful chair, but I feel strongly that we should rotate the chair among the commission each year by year and give everyone who's elected a turn at it. And so because of that, I'm nominating our vice chair, Commissioner Kemp.
thank you.
Okay, we have a nomination for Commissioner Kemp. Are there any others? Okay. I'll close the floor for nominations, and we'll proceed to vote. All those in favor of Commissioner Miller, please raise your hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5-2. Commissioner Miller is your chair.
Let me thank you for your confidence and allowing me to serve as chair for one more year. I really do appreciate it. And we've got a good year coming ahead of us, and we're all going to work very hard to make those things happen, okay?
We should maybe save those cufflinks for next year.
Just get me some more cufflinks. I'll now open the floor for nomination for vice chair, and I'm going to pass the gavel to the clerk to carry this forward because I have a nomination, and I'm nominating Commissioner Overman for vice chair.
Okay, we have a nomination for Commissioner Overman for vice chair. Are there any other nominations? Commissioner Smith?
I'll nominate Commissioner Pat Kemp.
Okay. Are there any other nominations? I'll close the floor and we'll proceed to vote. All those in favor of Commissioner Overman, please raise your hands. That's 5-2. Commissioner Overman is your vice chair.
I will now open the floor for nominations for chaplain.
I'll nominate Commissioner White.
Commissioner White's been nominated for chaplain. Is there any further nominations? Any further nominations? Nominations closed on the said names. But is there acclamation?
Acclamation.
Congratulations, Commissioner White. Thank you. By acclamation, you're the chaplain. Assignments, Ms. Finley. I'm sorry, Commissioner White, you want to say something?
Yes,
You
Mr.
don't have to pray now, but go ahead.
Thank you. Mr. Chairman, I have found over the course of the past year that my schedule is just not allowing me to dedicate the time that the Strass Center for the Performing Arts deserves to its board of directors. That is designated, or that is served either by the chairman or his designee. So I just wanted to let you know that when we get to that point, that I'd like to roll off of that board.
Okay, all right. Ms. Finley?
The first thing that I'd like to say is the Florida Association of Counties needs to be removed from the board. Commissioners don't actually serve, they're actually chosen by that committee. If you have questions, Brandon's in the audience to ask.
That's right.
Any questions on that?
So what I'll do is I'll start at one end of the board.
Chairman,
Hold on, Commissioner Hagan, you recognize.
I'm going to recommend, as we've done in the past, that the commissioners remain on the boards that they had last year, unless there's a board that someone wants to get off or serve on, like, Commissioner White just suggested. But I don't know if that requires a motion or not, but we've done this in the past. I'd suggest we remain on the same boards.
Okay, Commissioner, is that a motion or?
Sure, that's a motion.
It's a motion by Commissioner Hagan. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Second by Commissioner Kemp. Commissioner?
Is this when we put our request in now?
Yes.
Okay. This is going to be my last year, and y'all know I love the port, and I would like to go back onto the Port Authority for my last year.
Okay, who serves on the port now? Commissioner Kemp, you serve on the port?
Yes, I do.
So you still want to serve on the port?
Yes, how does this work? So if I lose support, then I can make a request, or how does that work?
What happens now, if I remember right, is the two of you will we have to vote to see who will serve on there. If you serve on get the most votes, you continue to serve on the port. If Commissioner Merman gets enough votes, she goes to the port, then you got to make a decision if you want to get another committee or not.
I'll just ask this now, since with that, I would like to be appointed to the EDC. I know that that's at the pleasure of the chair.
And that's the pleasure of the chair. Commissioner Hagan's been serving on the EDC for the last, how many years?
Several.
Several
And I
years.
would like to continue serving.
And I'm going to keep that appointment to Commissioner Hagan.
Well, I'd like to serve on Mosey.
Who's on Mosey now? Let me ask you this, you still want to serve on the port?
No, I will, Commissioner Merman could do that, but I'd like to serve on Mosey.
Who's on Mosey now?
I'm on Mosey now. If we vote to remain on all the other boards, then I'm willing to have
So
Commissioner
you're giving
Kemp.
up Mosey to Commissioner Kemp?
Yeah.
Commissioner Kemp, you're
Assuming
Yeah.
that we all stay on the other boards.
So you're giving up, so, hold on. So make sure, Commissioner Kemp, if you get Mosey, you're giving up the port to Commissioner Merman?
That's right.
Okay. So
Thank you very much,
Commissioner-
Commissioner Kemp.
Commissioner, Commissioner, Lord have mercy. Commissioner Hagan is giving up the Mosey to Commissioner Overman, number two, Commissioner Kemp, and Commissioner Kemp is giving up the port to Commissioner
Merman.
Merman. Commissioner White.
And that just leaves Strass
That
to
leaves
be
Strass.
disposed of.
Does anyone want to serve on Strass?
I
Anyone want to serve
mean,
on?
Did
I'd be
you
willing
get,
to do
you
that.
haven't, you didn't get the EDC? Did you get the
No,
Mosey?
I didn't get the EDC. so
She got
I-
Mosey.
Yeah, Mosey. I mean, but I don't know if anybody you were asking. I'll
I
do
mean,
that.
I know, I'm very familiar with the place over there. I don't mind doing it.
Do you want to go
Unless
Strass?
somebody else
Sure.
wants it.
Can she go to Strass?
Yeah.
You got Strass. Yes, ma'am.
You have, Commissioner Miller, an awful lot of things on your plate. Are you willing to consider giving up the aviation authority?
No, ma'am.
And Commissioner White, I know you said that your plate is full. Are you willing to give up the aquarium at this time?
I'd prefer not to.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
I currently serve on the
Push the
children.
button.
I currently serve on the Children's Board, and as much as I enjoy it, I don't anticipate being named after a community anytime soon. And I know that Commissioner Merman has had a passion for the children in our community, although I share that with you and would look forward to working with you on any effort. I realized after last year's game that we play here, how that might have been a pretty painful experience. So if you're interested in the position, I'm willing to forego
Very
it.
much. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
So Commissioner Overman gives up the Children's Board, and Commissioner Commissioner Merman will serve on that. I haven't caught him from the football game Monday night. I haven't gotten no sleep.
Yeah, and we haven't changed the names around, so it makes either. I have one more request.
Yes, ma'am.
I have some interest in choosing the T-BARTA, and I know that Commissioner Kemp has been on it for a long period of time. I don't know if you're any interested in keeping it. It is one of your keeping boards, so if you have no interest, I'm willing, but if you want to keep it, it's great.
Yeah, I'll keep it for now.
Okay, great.
Commissioner Smith.
Commissioner Kemp, are you, I got confused for a minute because you're wearing Commissioner Overman's sign.
That's why I say, we haven't moved the sign around yet.
But that is you. Are you, do you still want to continue as the EPC chair?
I'd be willing to have you, I would love to have you be the EPC chair.
Is that okay with everyone?
That's fine.
Fine
Yeah.
with that.
And I can give up the vice chair if anyone wants to serve as vice chair.
I'll do that.
Okay, so Commissioner Smith will be the chair of EPC, and Commissioner Kemp will be the vice chair of EPC.
I think that's great. That's great. Awesome. Hey, I love it when we actually work together. This is pretty cool.
You got all those?
Yeah, let me make sure. Okay. Chairman, Commissioner Miller. Vice Chairman, Commissioner Overman. Chaplain, Commissioner White. Children's Board, Commissioner Merman. EPC, Chairman, Commissioner Smith. Vice Chairman, Commissioner Kemp. Mosey, Commissioner Kemp. Port, Commissioner Merman. Straz, Commissioner Kemp. EDC, Commissioner Hagan. TDC, Commissioner Miller. Election Canvassing Board, Commissioner Miller.
All mine?
I'll fight over EDC some year down the road.
Any other? Yes.
Hold on, so, Emergency Policy Group, we still have Miller, and Overman would be the alternate, and then Overman, and Commissioner Hagan's still gonna be the alternate, and then Commissioner Merman, and then Commissioner White will be the alternate.
Can you repeat that? Because I haven't been on the Emergency Policy Board, and I wanted to keep that. So is that a chair
Okay,
and
that's the
vice chair?
chairman and vice
Vice
chairman.
chair.
Okay, and is there
It's-
any other position?
So the chairman and vice chairman serves, then the vice chairman is the chairman's alternate, then the vice chairman has an alternate, which is Commissioner Hagan. And then District 1 Commissioner Merman is on the board, and then she has an alternate, and it was Commissioner White.
Okay.
Are there any other changes? Any other changes? Going once. Any other business to come before us today? And Ms. Finley, you have everything down?
Yes,
Okay. We're adjourned.
thank you.